21 in our review of confidence intervals and hypothesis test. A clinical trial was conducted using a new method designed to increase the probability of conceiving a boy. As of this writing, 293 babies were born to parents using this new method, and 243 of them were boys. Use a significance level of 0.01 to test the claim that the new method is effective in increasing the likelihood that a baby will be a boy. So we're going to use the p-test to run this. So here we're trying to argue that the probability of conceiving a boy has increased. If there had been no method applied whatsoever, we'd expect the probability to be p equal 0.5. We're trying to argue that it's greater than that. So if we look at option F for our hypotheses, in the null we'll assume it's 0.5, and we're going to try to argue that this has actually been increased. It's greater than 0.5 now. So what I want to do is run this test in StatCrunch. So here we're going to go into StatCrunch. We're going to do a one proportion C-test. So we're going to do stat, we're looking at proportions. This is a one sample test. And we actually have the summary data. So in the summary data, we found out that 243 of these babies were born as boys, and that's a total of 293 births. We're arguing against it being 0.5. We're arguing that it's greater than. And so here we're going to conduct our test. So in our table, we're given the z-value, the test statistic, and to two decimal places. That would round to 11.28. And the p-value, rounded to four decimal places, would be less than 0.0001. If you look at the z-value, it's off the charts. So it's going to round to 0. And so what is the conclusion? Well, since the p-value is definitely less than 0.01, we're going to reject the null hypothesis. And so reject the null hypothesis because the p-value is less than the significance level. And then verbally, our conclusion would be that there is sufficient evidence to warrant the rejection. There is sufficient evidence to support the claim that the new method is effective in increasing the likelihood that a baby boy will be born. So I hope that helps.